As I conclude, I want to send a message to the President of this nation, Honorable His Excellency Uhuru Kenyatta Muigai. And I'm doing this via social media because in Kenya, there is no way you can reach your president, even though you, the voter, are his employer, which I believe should not be the case, because we need to reach our leaders and tell them what we are going through. Mr. President, a time has come for the citizens and the leaders of this nation of Kenya, where they need to know that the president, the senators, the governors, the members of parliament, the cabinet secretaries, and all elected leaders are public servants. And they ought to know that they are there to serve the citizens and to listen to them. And that is why we elect them every 5 years. And that's why they are also called civil servants. They are not lords, they are servants. I bring this up because of the lockdown and the curfew that has been imposed by you, Mr. President, last Friday. Your Excellency, the people of this country have suffered a lot since this pandemic came to this nation last year. Many have lost their jobs, businesses, livelihoods, matrimonial homes, and some of them are living in hopelessness. I've just mentioned a lady who wrote me on Facebook yesterday, and she told me, my name is Jane Mwehaki and I've reached the end. When the president declared that people cannot come to my small kiosk to eat, it meant that I've lost my livelihood. And she was telling me I want to commit suicide. I have no hope. I have a child and I'm pregnant already. And my husband, because of the hardships of last year, he has abandoned me. Such is what is happening in this nation, Mr. President. Last year, when this pandemic started, we joined with you and endured the lockdown for more than 4 months because we wanted to fight this virus and eliminate it. We endured our job losses. Businesses were closed. Our livelihoods were taken away from us in the hope that everything would go back to normal. But as soon as the curve started to flatten, we thought our lives will resume back to normal. Then you, Mr. President, and your brother Raila restarted the BBI reggae. And you started, together with your followers, to crisscross the country in utter disregard to the laid down corona protocols which your government had put in place. And then when your former brother, William Ruto, saw this, he also resumed his 2022 presidential campaigns, also disregarding the protocols that were put in place. Mr. President, let me put it to you plainly. It is this careless action by you, the politicians, that has made the rallies to become the super spreaders of this virus. And this can be confirmed by the number of politicians that have contracted the virus, such as Honorable Raila and others who have even succumbed to it and died. Mr. President, you and your fellow politicians are to blame for this devastating third wave, and the buck stops with you. Unfortunately, it is we, the common mwananchi, who have to carry the brunt and suffer the consequences because of what you and your fellow politicians have done. And we do this while you continue living your lavish lifestyles, thanks to the taxes we continue to pay even as we lose our source of income. Coming down to the lockdown you declared on Friday, I was surprised that besides declaring the lockdown of these 5 counties, you should have also come up with a plan on how to bring down or totally eradicate the virus in these 5 counties. I expected that you'd initiate a massive testing and vaccination program that would reach all the inhabitants of these 5 counties, so that after these counties are opened up, everyone would have been vaccinated and even would have known their status. Mr. President, you cannot eradicate this virus through lockdowns and curfews. You can delay its spread, but once these counties are opened, we'll find ourselves in the same scenario and ordering for more curfews, maybe extending them even up to midday, and more lockdowns. A massive campaign for testing and vaccination, it's what will bring us back to a normal life. Finally, Mr. President, once again, put in place a plan of making sure when the counties are open, the 5 counties, we'll have eradicated the virus from this county. And the plan is very simple. Mobilize the vaccines, mobilize testing kits, and begin vaccinating the inhabitants of these 5 counties. You will thank me for taking that advice. God bless you. I will pray for you, even though I'm very angry with you, Mr. President. But I love you.